Skatosis episode number 121. Brought to you by OldDudeSkateCo.com. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Skatosis. My name's Drew Domkus.
I'm Aaron Monty.
Hey.
He's here.
Welcome back, Monty. I didn't know if you were
I was out of the
up.
room.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just, last minute, 11th hour, I ran up the stairs.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
You're
Skatosis is the condition of being obsessed and consumed with all things skateboarding. Only known cure. And I have proof. It's more skateboarding.
Is Fifth Element.
I have some proof for you. A little bit of proof.
Hit me.
It's about Skatosis.
Okay.
Because I've got it hardcore. You know that.
Of course.
We have it. We
Yes.
invented it.
Yes.
It's upon us.
Patient 1 and 2.
So check this out. 2 weeks ago, maybe it was, because we talked about this last week. I wanted to learn a kickflip. I got trick advice
Yes.
about your kickflip.
Yes.
And my ankle was so sore from trying kickflips 2 days prior that I didn't even try one last week.
Couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was struggling the entire session. But I kept on skating. But dude,
FYI, I did try boneless.
you did.
They were horrible attempts.
You tried, though.
Dude, you know what?
I appreciate
Honestly,
the effort. I appreciate
Before your
it.
story, I just want to say,
Yeah.
I during the week at work,
You're trying that motion?
I'm doing the
That's
motion.
awesome.
I'm at work and I'm
Dude.
like, just drop
Awesome.
your foot.
Dude, so, okay, a little bit of the boneless history. One of my favorite backside bonelesses that I would see as a kid, I watched him skate a little bit today in the Masters at the Vans pool party.
Oh, very
Steve
cool.
Stedham. Dude, he was an early...
Oh, I don't think I know that name.
Dude, he's an early dreadlock influence to me.
Okay.
I look back at it now and I'm like, I get where a lot of my
It came from.
style comes from. Of course, it's Bad Brains, it's reggae, it's all this. But Steve Stedham had that vibe in the 80s as a dreadlocked... I don't know if he was Rasta, but his
Sure.
graphics came off as it.
Sure.
And he had the dreads, and dude, he always did a killer backside boneless, really stretched out. You know, Tony Hawk's is like if you made an emoji about what they look like, Tony Hawk's probably got it.
I think Tony Hawk's is too stretched
That's
out.
what that's the thing. They're supposed to be really stretched out. The good looking ones. Dude, looking at like
This is my continued hate on Tony Hawk.
No, just because you can't stretch that far.
Yeah. Well, I can't. Dude, the biggest problem for me is dropping when I do it, I'm thinking about it,
And
and
you're
then I
just dropping
drop
the wrong
both.
foot.
I drop both feet.
Ah.
Then I can't. Yeah, I drop the wrong.
Yeah.
Or I
It's
go
just-
to.
It's just muscle memory. Just keep trying them. All of a sudden, you'll just start What happens to me is that like when I switch up the boneless from like a bean plant to a boneless, I screw up the feet too for a couple times.
You
because,
forget which one
it's
you're
just like,
jumping
oh,
off.
what am I doing? You forget about it as you jump off. Okay, so I didn't get a chance to even try a kickflip yet last Sunday.
Sure.
And so it's like an older weird injury I remember with snowboarding, because I don't even do that much. But there's something with the ligaments or something in my ankle that just get wiggled out of place, and then every step just kind of pulses.
You should have never been snowboarding.
I agree.
That's the problem.
I agree. It's not like an acute pain. It's not like it's right here. It's bone on bone. It's just something out of whack. And so every step is painful, sore. And
Sometimes sometimes it doesn't aggravate you.
no, it kind of wiggles out
Sure.
and then it comes back, and then it's like, oh, then all of a sudden a step is weird, and so so I just I was trying to keep it mellow, but I wanted to skate the whole time. I was just like, screw kickflips. At this point, still, I hate kickflips. I don't even think I'm going to care to try. It's just not.
Oh, you're over it?
It's just not worth it. I'm now 2 weeks deep, and yesterday I was limping all day. Yesterday, like,
Did you try it again last night?
No, just walking.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it's affecting my life. Like in the mornings, it's fine, but because we've been cleaning the barn, we had a party last night and stuff. So like I was, just walking around. By midday, dude, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's just a struggle. Taking ibuprofen. This is 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's
So it's out of
no
whack.
good.
The way that it fixed me when I was or the way that I fixed it was I was going down a run, and all of a sudden something got wiggled out, and I couldn't even stand. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, okay, we'll go one more run, and I got to be done. I was like seriously in some pain. So we went up back on the lift, and with a snowboard, you kind of kick one binding off, right? And the board is hanging off the one foot.
Sure.
So it was hanging off the sore foot. And so the weight of the snowboard and the binding and the boots pulled it out and reset it. I was like, oh, so all of a sudden we get to the top of the hill and my ankle's fine, and we stayed for another 2 hours.
Wow.
So that's the same kind of pain I'm feeling.
Sure.
So I've had Dawn yank on my foot. I had you yank on my foot. I'm trying to get that situation out. Mm-hmm. And I haven't.
Is that the best solution, though?
I don't know, but it worked that day. I don't know.
I don't know.
So his ibuprofen is just kind of like, it's inflamed or something. And so I took ibuprofen at one point yesterday during the party, right? And so we cleaned up the barn. Mm-hmm. Of course, I had to make sure that there's a lap up there so we can skate in circles. It's so silly.
Had to step on the board.
It's so silly to be so excited to skate in a circle, but I love it. It's so fun. Me and Hunter, he's on the old school board with no bushings, and I'm on the long board, and we just go opposite each other. And
the Veriflex?
He was
Hunter
on
was on?
He was on the Veriflex, and I was on the long board.
Sure.
And it's just so fun. Mm-hmm. It's just silly, but it's so fun.
It is a lot of fun.
And so I don't know if it was the combination of the ibuprofen and a couple of beers, and then riding the longboard.
A couple of beers.
Dude, riding the longboard and carving around and just hugging the corners and really turning the looseness of the longboard and just turning. I think I set my ankle back.
Oh, man.
So it's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, though. I'm like worried it's just going to flare up again.
It might, but I'm at the point where skatosis, literally, dude, the only cure is more skateboarding.
Well, before it was more snowboarding.
No, it was sitting on the thing.
Oh,
the cure was sitting and letting the weight of it.
You were thinking about skating.
I might have been. I wasn't. I don't know. That was
honestly when you said the binding thing. I just want to go back. I don't really get that. I think every time I did the chairlift, I ate shit getting off. I think I made it off one time. I never kicked. I just wore my snowboard.
It's tricky.
And then when I got off, I just jumped off.
It's tricky. Absolutely tricky. I'm not. I mean, I've got all the gear.
SS tricky.
And you've never even seen it. And how long have I known you?
Yeah.
So it's not
5+.
It's not like I go. There was 2 winters where I bought a season pass and I would just go to Sunburst. It's not even 10 miles. Mm-hmm. I would, I'd meet up at the front, or I'd go an hour or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that place is chairlift, 30 seconds. Chairlift, 30-second run.
Yeah.
There's not much.
You got to wait to do it. I'd just rather skate.
For real.
And I'd rather not be wet and outside.
So instead of getting the next season pass is when I decided I'm building a ramp.
Yeah.
So it was right in that time frame.
Yeah.
When I was just no, dude, skateboarding.
So you were thinking about the ramp. You got off.
In a way.
Oh, my foot's better. Maybe I'll build a ramp.
Pretty much.
So
that's what I'm saying. The skateboarding.
First of all, hit me with that drop.
Locals only.
I guess I just want to bring up then my local story.
Tell me.
Yesterday, same thing. So you're trying kickflip today? Oh boy!
I don't want to ruin my ankle. If it's fine, I would rather not. And then I just don't care that much.
Right.
I wish in my mind.
Right.
It seems like an easy trick, and I should be able to do it whenever I want. Mm-hmm. But after spending a half an hour at age 47 on it, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but it will be. If you land that, it'll feel so good.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so my story yesterday.
I might try.
I went to the Oshkosh Park. Hella heel bruise. I don't know if you saw that one clip where I
primo on one foot.
Dude, I went. I'll show you my ankle after.
Yeah.
I went primo, so the middle of my foot primo, heel hit, and then the bolt on the side hit that bone in my ankle. That was all one go.
Oh gosh.
And when I was standing like that, that was a few minutes. I'm like, oh no.
They call it as a hat trick, 3 in 1.
Yeah, that's a hat trick. That's a hat shinner.
A turkey.
Yeah, turkey shinner.
Oh, Hunter got a shinner to his arm. The board literally karate chopped him just above his wrist, and you could see it dented. And
remember that one I got in the wrist?
Bruising right away.
Yeah. Remember the one I got in the wrist at Cream?
Similar.
That lasted bone moving or ligament moving. That lasted for 2 months. I felt that so long after.
Terrible. I got to write a note because you said Cream, and I don't want to interrupt your story, but I got something to say about it.
Oh, absolutely. We both got pens and notebooks ready to go. The most organized show we've ever done.
All right, so
that was my story from yesterday. Only. I was ready, and I was like, keep it chill because you're skating tomorrow.
Right.
Fucking heel bruise on that one go, but I landed perfect after that. Mm-hmm. I'll show you a clip after the show.
Okay.
I don't want to play it right now because you won't be able to hear it.
Right.
But this kid on a scooter would not it was funny, but he was just you gotta flick it more.
Oh, geez. He's giving you advice?
Dude, nonstop while I'm trying it. Rolling up. He's like, no, you gotta go higher.
You should have showed him the sign that says no scooters.
You know what I should have. You know what I said?
You got full on authority at that point.
Just because I was in a good... Okay, Clabs, shout out Clabs.
Okay.
he told me to try that one.
Okay.
Did
you do a collab with Clive?
No, we should. He's fucking tight. I wasn't even thinking that. I just ollied it a few times. He's like, have you tried kickflip? And I just did that one on the A, similar. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I can't believe I haven't thought of that. So we went to doing that. I was in such a good mood because the first few were flicking perfectly. Okay. And I just needed to put it on. So he the kid on the scooter started giving me advice. I was just like, you know what? That is good advice. Thank you. I was just being super nice. Mm-hmm. And then the one I landed, he shouts out, "I told you."
Oh, come on.
And as soon as I landed, I'm like, I fucking hate this clip. And I could have muted it, but I'm like, dude, you didn't get out of my head, you fuck. So I'll show you the clip after, and when you hear it, but then the one I landed.
It's like that other kid that was like, "You're not even trying hard." Or what was he saying?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Is that
You're
the
not
same
even trying hard. Dude, if that's the same kid, I'm pissed. I'm mad right now.
It might be.
I'm going to ask that kid his name.
Oh, man.
So he was giving me advice. So the one I landed, arguably, my toe kind of, flopped.
Okay.
So, there was a few things I'm over it. And then 2 after, I landed, bolts.
Nice.
And the kid was at that point,
I told you.
He stopped talking altogether because I started doing it again.
Because he couldn't give you any tips. You're nailing it.
Yeah, I already did it.
Right.
Yeah, I did it. So fuck off. I tried hard.
Dude, how does it feel to be outside in the sun at your park again?
Dude, that's another good thing we dropped that locals only, because that's a good thing to say about now. It's getting warmer, and I'm so happy I can go there. I've gone there twice this week, and it feels great.
And being so close, you might as well go every day again.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know about every day. Let's take it.
All right,
Cody was thinking of coming tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Coming down to Oshkosh?
Yeah.
And I told him I don't think I can skate 3 days in a row.
Oh.
I only skated 2 or 3 hours yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see what you got today.
My fucking heel bruised. That fucking sucked.
That does suck.
I don't know. The heel bruise was the worst part of it for some reason.
Still to this day, man. Every now and then I'll touch it weird, and my heel will still hurt from
Is
Madison.
it the same ankle?
No, that's my right foot that I slapped on the heel. So no. So yeah, if I get really hosed, I'm like, I can't even walk. I'm like right heel, left ankle. Yeah.
Yeah, those heel bruises, those stick around.
Yeah, for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine right now, but if you just hit it weird, it's like, hey, remember me?
Yeah, I'm back here.
Right.
Yeah, those are no fun.
So I really enjoyed last week where we kind of just tried to focus on 2 topics.
Yeah,
me
too.
I got some good feedback. I think we should definitely try that again, and I think we've both agreed on a couple of topics. Mm-hmm. But superfluously, I have to talk about a couple other things, just at least quickly.
Drop them. Sure. I have 2 topics, but one of them is going to be very short.
It's because you said Cream City just reminded me. But are you familiar with that guy? It's Caruso. Something. He's trying to do 50 tricks in 50 states. You familiar with that guy at all?
Oh, is it the same guy? I thought it was different people doing it.
No, there was one where he did last year where he tried doing a trick a day for a month or something. But so now he's got a GoFundMe.
Okay, I think so.
He's going across the country, and he's just recently passing through Midwest. And so he was just in Michigan. He was in Illinois.
Okay.
And then he was coming to Wisconsin.
Uh-huh.
And I've been enjoying this thing. I've been enjoying the video. Dude, he kind of took a big old dump on Wisconsin. Kind of bummed me out.
Oh, on Cream City?
Yes.
Oh.
So it's weird.
Wait till you get to Iowa.
Hang on a second. So he's got an interesting concept, and I'm 100% behind it. And, I'm not really even ripping on the dude himself. Mm-hmm. He's from the East Coast, and he's just working his way around the country. Mm-hmm. And he's just trying to get a trick at each stop. And then he's putting this footage out every day. So, I mean, it is some work.
Sure.
I full on appreciate all of that.
Mm-hmm. He's skating.
And we love skating. And he's trying to learn a trick every single day. Mm-hmm. And, some of them are variations of what he just learned. And, very cool, right? Mm-hmm. He's coming through Wisconsin on one of these last few rainy days, and he was supposed to meet up in Madison, but of course, it's all outdoor, and so he's having an issue in the rainy day. One of his listeners or viewers, hits him up about coming to this park in Milwaukee, but ends up being Cream City. Perfect, indoor.
Yeah,
great. Get it done.
Uh-huh.
He gets there. And he scans the place, and you can see him shooting all the different spots. And I'm thinking, awesome, he's going to do this whole thing. Because even a few days before, obviously I did not get in touch in time, but I was like, hey, I got an indoor barn ramp. Mm-hmm. If you want to come by. Mm-hmm. I never heard back. Somebody else in the comments is like, dude, it'd be awesome to have him on Skatosis regardless. So we had listeners out there.
Cool. Very cool.
Very cool in his comments. So I was like, that's cool. But so then all of a sudden, he just scans the park, and then he's driving, and he's back in the rain on the freeway. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so
did he post no clip?
Nothing. So he starts complaining. It's an indoor park, but he's like, Yeah, I didn't really like the flow, and I couldn't just put my tripod up in the middle or anything like that. So somebody said in Madison the sun's clearing, so I'm gonna go meet him there. Didn't even give it a chance. Cream City didn't even give it a chance.
Wow.
Didn't even skate the bowl. Didn't do.
Wow.
So it was weird. So I was like, dude, that's like the premium indoor park in this entire Midwest. I would think.
I mean,
maybe not Minneapolis, but like it was. I don't know. Just I would kind of give me
Minneapolis has two.
The third layer,
and
whatever.
Familia.
I'm just saying for Midwest, but I mean in Wisconsin, it's raining. Go to Cream City.
Yeah,
like,
that's what we do. Yeah,
get somebody to film.
I don't know.
You.
4 Seasons might be. I mean, 4 Seasons is so big.
He passed right by Four Seasons. I don't know. It just kind of gave me a sour taste about this dude's videos and his choices and how he's planning this trip because it's like I don't know.
Does he only do outdoor parks?
No, he's doing whatever he can. He's
done indoor parks before.
He did it parking garage because it was raining in some state or something, just in flat ground. So I mean, it's just a trick. Doesn't matter what or where or what, however, and he's on his route.
And he couldn't find anything.
Dude, he left. He's driving back in the rain, and I was like, "Come on!" It kind of tripped me out. How could you just pass up Cream City like that? So it just felt like a big old dog on Cream City.
Wow.
So I was like, "Man, that sucks."
Wow.
Yeah.
This like Instagram stories, or where did you see it?
He's got a YouTube channel. These are videos he puts out every day.
And he posted the clip for the Midwest was him like then driving, like scanning it and then driving again.
Then driving, and he's like, so somebody said the parks are clearing up in Madison. So I was, so
maybe you got to show me this after.
So hang on a second. He doesn't even go to the Madison Park. He ends up at some other little like modular wooden like some other park, and then he tries his trick, and then he was done for the day. That was his whole Wisconsin like experience was super lame.
Yeah,
it did not represent Wisconsin skateboarding.
Maybe
whatsoever.
That's like what like. Maybe he doesn't really care. Maybe he like hears about this thing and he's like, I'm gonna go here, do it, and be done.
Of course, he's on a time frame, and he set that himself. He's given himself a very difficult project.
But if you're already at
an
Cream,
indoor park, that's what I'm saying.
You could have done something on the curb.
Anything. How many times have I set a tripod up in that park?
A lot.
Every time I'm there.
You could set it up upstairs. Did you look upstairs?
Every time I'm there, I set a tripod up. Even the most crowded days. I get tripod footage. I mean, that's what I mostly do. It's crazy. So just,
and I felt like we're rolling around filming.
All right, giving this way too much time because it just bothered me, and it's not even one of our topics.
No. Right. Yeah, let's move on.
And I'm, whatever. You can go look for him. I forget.
But I would say Skate Cream. You missed out. Right? You missed out. It's a great park.
Yeah, it just was.
Dude.
It just seemed. I saw that today. You're wearing Cream City Skate Park. So come on.
Fuck yeah, Stella's on it.
And
fucking rips.
I wished him on his birthday, but happy belated, Bill.
Yeah, happy belated. Also, I think Stella's birthday was recently, and she's a cutie. I think she's 11 or 12.
Maybe he just puts her birthday as his.
That's rad. That's rad. I'm going to start doing that. I can have a summer month.
Right.
Jax is July 1st.
So how do you want to do this? I know that you've got a topic, which I'm super excited to talk about, and I've got a topic that I can talk about. It's not as long. So I don't know if I should...
Let's not gloss over Jax's birthday is July 1st.
All right. Coming up.
So
would you like to talk about...
Let's talk about
listeners, because I've got some things to say. Or would you like to talk about Lower Bob's?
Let's get into Lower Bob's.
All right, I'm
down.
The
second annual Lower Bob's Invitational.
Did you watch the first?
Last year's.
It was right after P-Stone died. They gave him a name.
I want to say yes, but that was a year ago now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably just like to the day.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Dude, okay, so what's really cool to me about watching this one right now, that it came out right now, is that, did you watch the most recent Vans love letters to skateboarding with Grosso?
That's so funny that you brought that up.
Because it was all about DIY.
Yes, I loved it. But my next point was on love letters, and it's a very small point. The new season, for some reason, the thumbnail, you know the Uncanny Valley?
No.
Where like things are too like similar to human, so it's creepy.
Okay.
The new thumbnail of Jeff Grosso and the new song creeps me the fuck out. He looks like Max Headroom.
I was about to say, did you ever see Max Headroom?
Yeah, it freaks me out, Jeff. Change it. I can't, honestly, I'm scared to watch him sometimes.
I like that they're putting a little production because he seems so blasé, like he just doesn't care.
Well, I love his attitude, and if I can get past that, but I see that thumbnail and I'm like, I'm not clicking on that. That's creepy.
That's funny that you said that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think
but it
about
is
this
new.
all the time.
This season, like 9
Season 10.
Yeah, they finally changing it up.
Yeah, well, they always have like,
a little bit.
Season 9 was something. Yeah, season 10.
But so this last one was all about the DIY scene, all Burnside, FDR.
Oh, I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
once I clicked on it.
And so Lower Bobs, it gave us a nice little history about Lower Bobs before the contest. So it's just a nice, it was nice way to wrap up, to put it together in the same week. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it was timed or anything, but it was cool.
Yeah, most of the time it probably is.
Maybe.
The DIY thing too, the only thing about that is like they talk about like, oh, it's going to be like ingrained in history, but like, or they said specifically like the pyramids.
Yeah.
And like I get what they're saying, but it's fucking stupid because like the pyramids aren't getting torn down. These spots get torn down by cities. DIY shit gets torn down. Like
there probably was no city when the pyramids were made.
No, but I'm saying like it's not looked as the like to us it is. But it's like, no, the city can look at that and be like, this is dangerous. We're tearing this whole shit. Because that happens time and time again.
Some cities, some are way into it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they're like, this is good for the youth. And I love it.
I love the way they had that little clip of Monk talking about it. He's like, hey, when they come to complain, he's like, hey, we're making this bridge stronger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or like, I mean, it's always like, there was like a congresswoman who's talking about it that like, this is good for the youth. Like they're doing something.
Some people
and they're
see
enjoying
good.
it.
Half glass half full, half empty. There's a perspective.
And my glass is usually empty.
Just
fully empty. I'm mad.
Oh man, the saddest part though is like, okay, it's dedicated to P-Stone and everything, but it's like within this 1 year, it's now P-Stone, it's now Mark Hubbard and Jake Phelps.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Yes.
When we talk about a Mount Rushmore, there needs to be some sort of skate Rushmore with those three. It's like I hate to think of who's that fourth.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But man, that whole thing, the pyramid they built for Jake, neck face.
Yeah,
that
dude.
was cool.
That tombstone.
The tombstone. What did I say?
Pyramid.
I meant tombstone.
You're in pyramids. Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful. And like,
cool.
And that Lower Bob's thing, like that's like legit now. So that's like that's going to be left and like that's serious.
But it's just a lot. It's just a
absolutely.
It's just a city lot.
It's DIY shit, but now it's like legit, and now it's like that tombstone and the like P-Stone grill and like all that shit. Like that's a place to be.
Right. I would love to go check that out.
And
okay, so one of my like disappointing things about this contest. No, where was Grant? That's like like Grant's Park, man.
But
he tears that up.
Wasn't he on a trip recently?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Come on.
Yeah, I thought he was in Australia. Still.
Who is your favorite skater of the whole day?
Of the whole thing?
Yeah.
I just want to say the first thing I want to say is I loved the editing.
Oh, me too.
The old school,
that's the same way that they did last time. It's like got that 80s vibe.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's like an ode to P-Stone. I think he would do edits like that.
Sure. I loved that.
Oh, it was cool.
I loved it. Or like, we're going to take a break. Or like the camera glitches.
Oh, I loved it. No.
Neckface putting the floss in the tombstone.
Yes, that was cool. Because he wanted to put ashes.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, why would he have his floss and then you keep it? That's a little creepy.
Why did Phelps floss his teeth and then leave it?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I really liked, I know we talked a little of like who was killing it.
Yeah.
And by the end of my notes on it, it was like all of those names. But I thought T-Funk was killing it.
T-Funk
he was
getting
killing it. He was getting weird in the beginning.
When we were texting and I asked if you'd seen it, and then I had told you all the list of people, and you picked out Ronnie as like, dude, Ronnie's so cute. Funny. I already knew he won, and so I didn't want to say anything.
I wasn't even making a comment on that. I was making a comment on like a different thing Ronnie was in. Dude. I just saw it, and I'm like, Ronnie's cool.
I love the reasoning why Grosso thought he won, because it was just his opinion, but it was just this, he was over his head, and he was landing everything. Yeah. He got into tricks that he probably shouldn't have landed, but he did.
Oh yeah,
in the sketchiest of areas,
especially in that corner with the fence.
Yeah,
he was coming out of shit he should not have.
Or even that big center face wall that had the main mural. that looked like a road.
Yeah,
right. Hell ride.
Yeah,
dude, the tricks he was doing there is just like
fucking
so
gnarly. And didn't he just come off a knee surgery?
He blasted his knee. Although now it's probably titanium. Now it's like a knee pad built in.
That's sick. That's sick.
Although yes,
that's what you need in your ankles.
How scary is that? I mean, does that make you try harder? Or does it make you? Obviously, he's not sketched out.
I mean, he's already so good.
No
it probably just makes him like, I just want to skate, right? I just want to land shit.
Yeah. So, I think he was probably my favorite of the day. Like overall,
my 4 names written down after T-Funk are Rowan.
Yes.
Pedro Barros.
Okay.
Come on. Always.
You don't have Raven on there.
And Raven.
And
Ron. Rowan, Raven, and Ronnie.
All the R's.
Give me the 3R team.
Yes.
Put those 3 on a team. Call it triple R's. I'm buying it.
For real.
I love those dudes.
Oh, man. So just Raven, the way he gets into those nose grinds.
Yeah.
Are just beautiful.
Raven. That was when I wrote down Raven. That nose grind.
I've got a new contest idea. And there's only 2 players. Alex Sorgente, Raven Terche.
Crooks.
Doing crooks around.
Grant.
Yeah. There's a lot can do it. I'm just saying those 2 are like highlight reel
but
nose grinds.
He came out of that nose grind like nailing somebody.
Well, because the coping disappears.
And it goes into...
Okay, speaking of running into somebody, what did you hear the most Neckface say in the entire event?
Oh, off the deck.
Off the deck.
Get off the deck. And you do have to get off the fucking deck.
It's a free-for-all DIY park. There's
right.
no there's no stanchions.
It's
there's
also
no
like
crowd control.
But think of Tampa.
And it was 420, I think. So everybody's lighting up.
Oh, yeah. But think of Tampa, too.
Yeah.
They're like,
gnarly.
dude, roll off the... Because everyone
deck.
wants, like, you want to be in the action.
Because you can't get a good view.
Yeah. Did you see that guy climbing up the power lines?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But those were just tension lines. Those weren't electrified. But yes, I did see that.
But one time, I touched one of those as a kid, and I got, like, fiberglass slivers in my hand.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
They're not fiberglass, dude. That's wire.
Maybe it was
it's
wire.
Metal. I mean, they're just multi-strands.
I touched
of
one of
wire.
those, and you know the things on fire hydrants?
Mm-hmm.
I touched one of those too. Isn't that fiberglass?
I don't think you know what fiberglass is.
What is like the red and white thing that like pole that's like off a fire hydrant? What is that made out of?
Oh, maybe that. I don't know.
Oh,
it's like a plastic though, right?
Because I've gotten a sliver from both of those. Okay. I gotta stop touching things. Good thing I grew up.
I don't think there would be fiberglass on those wires though.
No, yeah, maybe.
I mean,
anyways, fuck that. I'm not touching that ever again in my life.
Yeah, but that dude was gnarly climbing that. Well, I mean, he was just trying to get a better view.
I know,
right?
I know. I got it. I'm like, yeah, you wanna fucking see the action.
So yeah, Pedro though just flying everywhere, and so Pedro was not at the Vans party that just happened yesterday.
Interesting.
Probably because he just came off of that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's just too heavy to go back to back. He can pick and choose because he's already won the Vans pool party.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he can pick and choose whatever he wants. You like messaging me before I saw it. I said like I didn't
you
see
were
it
so
yet.
not into it. You're like, it's a lot of transition. I'm like, of course, it's
well.
all
I
it is.
still thought that like 25 minutes in.
There's no flat
I was like,
ground
this
there.
is all.
It's a bowl.
No, I know, but like a lot. And this is what I'll say. A lot of the times I don't like
because there's no rails, maybe, or stairs. Like, I mean, it's just hardcore, dude. It's just, that's a certain vibe to that park.
Yeah, it's you know how like they used to say like vert part is like a fast forward part.
For
some, you ever hear that? Yeah,
I've heard that.
They say like if there's like street parts, like this is a fast. Sometimes I'm a street skater in quotes, but this was fucking gnarly. No. I make it the point that I love this.
Good.
I watched. I watched 40 minutes of.
I'm glad I talked you into it because I could tell you were on the fence, and I was like, dude, it's 40 minutes of nonstop chaos.
I knew I had to watch it.
I knew you'd like the editing. I knew you'd like that little 80s glitchy vibe.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it was.
I think that's what I loved about the Santa Cruz video too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool. We should make an edit like that.
My youth is now retro. That's what it is. It's weird to see because like that's all I knew as a kid.
You twisted my brain.
I'm just saying I'm now old enough to where what I grew up as a kid is just full on retro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're old as fuck. We all know. We're all aware. Yeah, we should do a glitch one like that. That looks fucking sick.
That's like an editing package or something.
Yeah. That's cool.
It does look cool.
My other note on it was Evan's slam.
Yeah.
And then he fell into the hole.
Yes. Dude, that looked like he hit his... And then you didn't see him afterwards.
He was gone.
That was rough.
And the dog went through the hole.
Dogs
That was
going
cool.
through everything.
Uh-huh.
That place is chaos.
Yeah, dude. And I love Neckface on the mic, always.
Yeah, he was good, and I liked his little tour.
Get off the deck!
At times, he sounded like Andy Roy.
Yeah.
I was like very, very similar, just everything they were saying.
Congrats to Andy Roy. This podcast seems to be going very well.
Have you listened?
I don't know I haven't listened, but it seems to be getting a lot of guests and like a lot of hype on it. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna say get Neckface and Andy Roy together.
Yeah, maybe. They
probably hate each other. It's similar that they.
Yeah, I've listened. I didn't hear the very first one, but I've listened to the second and third one. And the guy that co-hosted is that guy that just did that drop-in challenge.
Yeah, the Pinista guy.
Yeah,
Pizza East. Pizza East.
Pizza East. It's not him, is it?
Yeah, doesn't he work there?
Oh, I don't know. I know he's a pizza guy. I didn't know if that was the same place.
Yeah, okay. That's that one.
But so he kind of comes in and he kind of tries to maintain some sort of focus, because Andy Roy is just so like
yeah,
he's just a little over the top. So you got to like really be into him, or you're just not gonna like that show at all.
For sure. And that's Andy Roy's vibe forever.
For sure.
And
So
I love him.
This last one was Nick Merlino.
Yeah.
So there's some cool stuff in there. I forget the guy's name that was in the first one that I heard, number 2, but it's decent. I'm subscriubscribed. I'm listening. I'm into it.
Yeah,
but
I just haven't got to them. They're in the queue.
It's an acquired taste, for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm glad to see that there's a lot. There's more skateboarding podcasts coming.
Yeah,
out.
Absolutely.
And we're getting noticed. We're getting recognized in a way because I don't know if we're done with Lower Bob's. But
yeah, I'm done with it.
I'm super stoked
Fucking
on
gnarly.
Ronnie crushing it and Rowan getting on the podium. Very, very cool. Pedro was not in the top 3.
Oh, I guess that's what I was gonna say. Is like. You after like talking to you, you were like, "Oh, Pedro fucking killed it," and like in the beginning, everyone's like, "Oh, who do you got?" Like Pedro's gonna kill it, and then I remember seeing his like first or second run like before the finals or like semi heats, and I'm like, it doesn't like this is Pedro, like Pedro's gnarly, but like Rowan's killing it.
People are getting a little more technical over his beast mode style, and it's and the judges are making it clear that that's kind of what they want to see. Not that Pedro's like bad.
No, he's just powerful and fast.
Yeah,
and now we're getting like Ronnie, we're getting techie.
Yes,
we're getting techie tranny, and that's why I was like,
and
this
Rowan,
is why I love this.
Rowan
so
had
much.
so many tricks you just don't see in a contest.
Rowan and T-Funk.
Yeah,
like that's what. Yeah, give me the Street Skaters. I shot.
Yeah,
give me the Street Skaters. In transition,
love it.
Sure,
love it.
Fucking rip it up.
Olympics could turn into that kind of thing if they've got like that whole park scene. You know, I mean, because you can see that kind of technicality up on a vert wall. It's crazy. So I loved everything about that contest. Yeah. You know, they should have more of those. I don't think they do it at like Burnside and FDR. I don't think there's like full on contests like this.
I don't think so. This seems to be like
love it. It's
specified to these people.
It's so gnarly.
Yeah,
you got to be so committed to that stuff, and to skate in like a 10-minute heat for finals. I mean, that's so much effort.
And I think it's so gnarly to skate with like 3 or 4 other dudes.
Mega pros on the same course that you might bash into them.
That are fucking flying,
charging so fast. There's some of those ones where it was like they just came so close. Like a Pedro's flying over.
Did you see the one where I don't know who took out who, but that guy like came down. I think he came down from an invert and like just kneed a guy in the face.
Somebody broke an arm. Like they're all excited. That one spot, he's like, "We broken bones." Remember? Neck face.
No. I don't remember the broken bones part.
Yeah, he was just calling it out that somebody broke a bone. Ever getting extra stoked that like some bones were broken. Like you're coming to get.
But I mean, look at the people involved. That's why like that could never be, or never should be like an Olympic, like stadium. Like that's a whole different thing.
Crazy. So let me just get on this little podcasting kick a little bit because we're talking about more
audience
skateboarding.
Corrections.
You got a corrections too.
Oh! I thought that was the drop for what we're doing.
No. I just want to shout out listeners and more podcasting. But you have a correction?
Should I take that again clean? Should we use that?
And you want to talk about Joe?
And I went, oh, you're right. Okay.
So give me that first.
Audience corrections. We'll use that later.
All right, cool.
Audience correction. I don't have it on me. God damn it. We're so bad at this.
We.
Yeah, we. This is a team effort. It's not Under Armour drink. It's called Body Armor.
Oh, good. Didn't I think that was the grossest thing ever when you said Under Armour?
And when we were saying it, I was like with
rag.
you, Justin. That was like the first thing he told me when he saw me.
That's funny.
He's like, dude, it's Body. I bought one today.
Body
That's why
Armor.
I thought about it. I thought I was gonna have it right here, ready to go.
The drink.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
funny.
Stupid.
Not Under Armour.
Yes, not Under Armour. Body Armor.
I think it's
like Under Armour. Like their company, though.
Okay.
I think it's like a drink. They're like Body Armor.
It
it's
still
still
sounds
weird.
a little sweaty.
Oh, come on. I just got orange mango. Let me enjoy shit.
It's funny that you would say mango at this point because the first podcast that I want to shout out is called the No Mongo podcast.
God, we're so fucking good at transitions.
I thought you said we weren't good at this. We're good at segues.
Well, I just forget things.
Have you ever ridden a Segway? I think we talked about that.
No. Don't you have to wear a helmet? You know what? When we were in Canada,
What?
2 or 3 places we went, there was, because we were in Toronto and it's so like city focused, there were like tours people were taking of segways and had to do like, we were in historic district and they were like set up cones on like the cobblestone where they had to like go like this.
Yeah.
Like ride in between.
They're starting to charge for
They were
that
doing
street
like
now.
this whole like
The Lombard Street you're talking about, the brick, like S-curve. Is that what you're talking about in San Francisco?
No, not San Francisco, Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. San Francisco.
Oh,
I
dude, I haven't been to San
on the
Francisco,
brain.
and I would love to go to San Francisco.
It's San Francisco's on the brain is all because of skateboarding.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk just a minute about the No Mongo podcast.
No Mongo.
Yeah, so we got a shout out. That's why. So I found out it's a guy that follows us on Instagram. He does a podcast, and he gave us a shout out. So I just wanted to say, yo, what up? It's Rick Bada is his name.
Hell yeah, dude.
And we were in episode 10. It was all about Pablo Ramirez, a.k.a. P-Spliff. And so at one point he starts talking about the Andy Roy podcast, and he said something about, the Skatosis dudes. Like, he'd been listening to us for a while,
yeah.
you could tell.
Did you see Sam's Hillbomb for
Sam
P-Spliff? Come on, am I forgetting? You know Sam from Appleton.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see it. Hamburglar?
Hamsburglar. It's like a hill in a park.
Okay.
Like no power slide.
Just
and
going.
Fucking going. I'll show you it after.
All right. No, I didn't see that one. But yeah, so I subscribed and I'm listening. I haven't gone back to the beginning, but they're cool. They're like 20 minutes, and it's just him. So I mean,
oh wow.
So that takes some some effort and some skill to just sit there and talk to yourself. It's hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like doing that at all.
It's hard for us to have a conversation.
I find when I do a podcast like that, but it's more informational, like a newsletter read, and I'm editing myself, and it's I just sit there and I'm clipping things out. It's such a different vibe, just me sitting here talking to myself than us talking.
Right.
So good on you for that one, Rick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But so go check that out. All over iTunes, everywhere. No Mongo.
Do you have his Instagram? We just followed each other.
I'm sure it's No Mongo Podcaster. No, he's at Rick Bada.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right on. That's cool. I mean, it's just fun to hear, a little shout out, hear somebody talk about you.
Hell yeah.
The other things I wanted to talk about too was we had a guy come into the Barn Burner message board, and I added him in, and then right away he made a post, and he's just like, hey, not sure if it's cool to post just a text, as a first post. A lot of times it's videos and photos, but he hears us talking about nobody coming in and, posting that much or contributing, and so he's like, hey, I'd love to come and just contribute. He's an older guy, 45 like me, a young buck at 45
compared to you.
And he was talking about riding a bigger board, and he was asking about Powell, and so I had suggested I was like, talk to Hunter, he's riding that 9-inch. We were just talking about the flight deck.
If you want a big board, actually, have you seen Baker's new shapes?
No. Oh, listen,
they hear me talking about Baker.
Yeah. Cops coming to get you.
Baker 4G coming. Their new shapes are like the ones that are coming out are Spanky art, and they're like custom shapes.
No, I didn't see those.
Fucked up.
Really?
Like flat bottom that I think's maybe like a 10 or 11, and then goes up to like a 14 or something.
Oh my gosh.
They're
huge.
Huge.
Mark Gonzalez on their squad designing?
No, these are all Spanky. I think Spanky did the custom shapes too.
Those are really big.
I don't know if that's the dimensions, but the tail is for sure like a 10, and it like tapers
14
up.
14 just seems ridiculous.
It seems. I'll show you them after, because I was like looking through, and I love the artwork, and I'm like, oh, what's like closest to Popsicle?
Maybe these are just wall hangers, just art. They're so big.
Maybe, but people are gonna skate them. Hunter's gonna want. I'll show you after the show.
All right, but so Louis, or is it Luis? I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce his name, but welcome aboard. Appreciate you coming in the Barn Burner crew. I hope to see you do some skating and show some videos. That'd be awesome.
We should try to think of something like when you're like introduced to the Barn Burner crew.
Initiation.
Maybe like a
you got.
You have to
drop invert.
You have to lay on the coping, and we slash like
over you. Yeah, but the thing is it's open to the world now. Not everybody that just comes to skate the barn.
Right, not an initiation here.
Right,
but like maybe like a shout when we do a shout out. I'm thinking of another drop. We got to put 4 or 5 drops in this show. The drop will be like a slash.
Okay,
like welcome to the crew. That'll be used.
Just a little sound. No, we gotta record like a slasher grind on some concrete or something.
Yeah. What do you think about Drew's crew?
Love it. Yeah.
Where did I said that in front of Cody? And he's like, he's gonna hate that.
We're gonna have a Drew's crew booze cruise.
Oh damn! Grab your flip flops. We're going in January next year. It's the only.
I like Drew's crew because it's pretty much it. I love it.
Crew. That's what Cody met Tanner, and I'm like, he's part of Drew's crew, and I'm like, have we ever said Drew's crew?
No, I love that. All right. There's a lot of Drews out there though, so it's like it's probably not that unique, but I do like the way it sounds.
All right. That's the new shirt. Buy it at olddudeskatco.com.
Not yet. No,
it's not. Sorry, it's not out. No, we'll take that out.
There's a pre-sale on the other one still.
Pre-sale on that one.
But so
you should do it like the In-N-Out logo.
I should. Oh, that would be
Drew's
good.
Crew.
Yeah. Now you're talking with your rip-off parodies.
In-N-Out
Burger, I'm all in. So like in my day-to-day line of work, I do a lot of websites, I do a lot of SEO-y stuff, and I do podcasts, and I do audio, and I do video. And so like all this Skatosis and Old Dude Skatco stuff that I do and I post all the time is just like, it really starts to like gain steam throughout now. It's been a couple of years. And so the bit of a snowball effect. And I'm noticing it now, not just from skaters, but like even friends. A friend last night says she was searching for something about a podcast on something and nothing to do with skateboarding or anything. I was a first result because of just what had been said and what I had typed. And so she's like, your stuff came right up. I was like, awesome.
Wow, very cool.
And so Skatosis podcast on Instagram is... for some reason, Skatosis was already taken and it meant something else. I couldn't get...
Would it be cooler if we had Skatosis pod?
Nah.
Okay.
I've already got Skatosis podcast.
Good response.
Yeah, I'm like pod.
I don't know. Isn't that what the kids are doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll do the opposite.
I'm old school. I'm an old dude.
This is old. This is
keep off the grass, kid.
Lower Bob's Invitational style.
Yes. Okay. But anyway, so at Skatosis podcast is, where I post a lot of stuff just about the podcast. And I do a lot of videos and photos and stuff on Old Dude Skateco. And I mix it up a little bit, but I tend to forget a little bit about the Skatosis podcast one just because I'm always living in the Old Dude Skateco one.
Right.
Whatever. I pop back and forth, and so I'm over there, and I see that there's an incoming message that I got to approve, and I'm like, I hardly ever see those on that account, and it's this guy just out of nowhere that's like, I found you because I was searching Jake Phelps, and your podcast came up, and I got this great Phelps story to tell you. I was like, what? And so, so I was like, interesting. I was like, is something for the show? Like, I don't know if he's been listening or anything. I got no history on this guy. Private account, and I request, just to see what's up. And it's, and it's like more family stuff, not really skating stuff. So it's just a little skeptical. I didn't know what to expect. And he's like, ooh, I don't like the sound of my voice. Let's just, give me a call when you can. I was like, so I'm just like, I gave him a call. So we're just talking, and he's this guy, and it's a San Francisco
It is old
number,
school phone call.
Super old school. And we're just talking. So I meet this guy. His name's Mark. And, he's got these Phelps stories because he was living in the city for a while, and he's telling me these really cool, like, not even like a skateboarding story because
the story's about Jake Phelps.
Because he ran into him at this diner, and he was just like so not the typical Jake Phelps experience of him just like ripping on you, telling you go faster, get it. He's just like at a diner and they're watching a game on the TV.
Wow.
And they're just chit chatting and for like an hour or whatever, and then they kind of became a bit of acquaintance because he saw him like. He said he went to like work one day and he had to wear a suit, and he's walking in and he's on the sidewalk and Phelps pulls up and sees him in the suit and is like, hey buddy, what's up?
Wow.
And so he gives him a board out of his trunk, and it was a crooked board. And it was like his experience with Phelps. It's like, man, that's so awesome.
That's incredible.
Yeah. To just like get a random listener who found us because they searched for Phelps and they saw my stuff first and decided to take the effort to go to Instagram, take the effort to hit me up, take the effort.
Right.
And I just appreciate it every second of it.
Well, what's great about Instagram too is like and I guess this is a good time to say too, I don't want to move on because I got to do that dream story still. Congratulations, Chase Webb, winning X Games. Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I did not. Yeah. He officially won it.
Oh, you didn't see who took it?
No.
Who took first, second, and third?
No,
it was who you picked.
Is it really?
Second, Chris Jocelyn. Third, Jamie Foy.
Look at me.
Congrats. And I
skate savant over here.
I said like something on Chase Webb's account and Chris Jocelyn's account, and both of them like that account.
Nice.
So like Instagram's great because like you get to say that these people are doing it.
Yeah. And it's like it's on their phone in their pocket. It's not like it's not like a marketing firm.
Yeah, and it's such an easy thing just to like, thank you. I like that comment or like write something back.
So I thought that was so awesome that like whatever this podcast is supposed to do and mean for us, it's such an open field.
Absolutely.
I would love for it to pay the bills, but it doesn't.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it brings this Drew's crew together.
Yeah.
All
right, now you're using it too much.
I love it.
Gave it to you.
And I get to meet random people that have got cool stories to Phelps, and it's just like it's all about skateboarding and I just love it.
It's all about skateboarding and it's all about community.
Yeah.
Getting to meet other people through Drew's crew is great.
I got to see if that domain's available.
Don't post the show yet. Look for that domain.
That's right.
And not available. All right.
I don't know. I'll have to check. Wait, so that was what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to welcome Louis or Luis.
I can't believe you didn't see who won.
And I didn't see who won. How could I miss that?
Have you been you've been off Instagram for like 2 days?
A little bit because we had this party and we've been cleaning and I've been kind of off,
came out
a little bit off the grid. The Vans party, I usually watch that live and I didn't see it, but this morning, or actually I went to bed about 2 a.m.
I saw Dawn's post.
So I was already asleep at that point, but I had been trying to watch it.
How late did she stay up?
She said she couldn't have it. We got in about 2:30 and then she said she couldn't fall asleep.
Oh boy.
But so I was trying to watch the Vans party in bed and I just kept waking up like 20 minutes later waking up I kept missing it.
I love that.
So
Passing out.
So I started watching it today. I'm halfway through, so I already know who won thanks to you. Spoiler.
Send you the clip this morning.
But I don't know what
it was blowing up on
I don't know what he
Instagram.
did or who's second or third. So I'm all about the Vans party later. So
okay.
Yeah.
We don't even have to say congrats to who then.
No, we can say it's Tom Shar.
I
saw that he won.
And I just I said it to you before the show. But the sweatshirt, shorts, and knee pads, he's looking fresh. He's just chilling.
Let's talk about your fit today, your kit.
Oh, yeah. So Wiley's
wait.
living
What did the
with you
kid?
now.
Wait, hang on. I sound like an old man.
Here we go.
What do the kids call it? Is it a fit? Is it a kit?
Oh,
I mean, it would be the outfit. I would imagine that's where fit came from. But I've also heard kit.
Clothes.
I don't know. Trying to relate.
I have no idea.
Trying to relate with you, youngster.
Well, let's change it to skate podcast. Jesus Christ.
Right.
So Wiley's living with you.
Yeah.
I'm wearing regular jeans.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wearing a Thrasher sweater.
Yeah.
And instead, he's got, 3X, 4XL?
At least.
Phoenix.
It's like you're trying to be...
I want to say Phoenix... No, that's the basketball
Phoenix
team.
Rising. It's hockey jersey, right?
It's a hockey jersey. Phoenix. God. Hockey fans out there listening to this are pissed.
I don't pay attention to hockey at all.
Phoenix.
All I know about jerseys...
Birds?
All I know about jerseys is that Robert Smith from The Cure wears one like at that team's jersey wherever they tour.
All I know about that's cool. All I know about jerseys is I once said it on the podcast. Hunter listened to it. I forgot about it weeks later, and he said, "Hey, you're wearing a jersey because you talked about it." And I'm like, "Oh no, Joe picked this out."
But see, people are listening. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. So I'm wearing like a 4XL jersey right now.
I hope you skating that today.
Swimming, and I think I'm going to.
I want to take photos of you in that, doing like a frontside ollie because your arms are always so crazy out. It'll look nutty with that.
No, I think I should go front feeble.
I want to see
front feeble or like
a few
front
different
rock.
tricks, but I'm just saying I want to get some photos.
Just hit my funny bone.
So you got a dream sequence? What were you saying? A dream something?
Oh, okay. This is part of that audience.
Okay.
Joe wanted me to tell you she had a dream the other night.
Okay.
That it was her weekend off, and we went to Texas to go skating, and she was pissed all weekend
because
like
you were skating?
Because
she wasn't landing her tricks.
Because she was off, and instead we went to Texas. So next weekend she's off.
Uh-oh, where are you going?
We're going to Texas, but broke the mic.
Are you really?
No. She had a dream you and me went to Texas. The joke.
I gotcha.
Cut all that out.
Yeah, fell flat.
That was the joke. That was the joke she wanted me to tell you. That was the story she wanted me to tell you. And then she had one 2 weeks ago, but no, I forgot.
That's like a nightmare for her.
Yeah,
like because she wants to spend all the time cuddling with you.
Yeah, she wasn't having a good time.
You want to spend it with this old fart.
Absolutely.
I get it, Joe.
I would go to Texas though. That's pretty sick.
Where would you go? It's so big.
Austin, maybe.
That's probably a good
I think
choice.
Brandon and Brody, those dudes from Everton, they've been in Texas for like
Houston has
3
got
months.
like the biggest skate park in the world, I think, currently.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're close to Houston, but I think they've been out there for like 3 or 4, like staying with like Brandon's family.
I think that's a Grindline Park, I think, but that's the one I believe has got a full capsule, and I think it's got that big star in the middle. I don't know. It's huge. It's huge.
Okay.
A friend of mine lives there, and he sent me pictures.
Isn't like that new one in Des Moines?
That I think is going to eclipse it. I think it's going to be bigger.
That's going to be the biggest.
But I think currently it's still that one.
That's where Max is from.
I wonder when it's going to be done. It's so big. It's taking 10 years.
I heard this summer.
I would imagine it has to be. They probably couldn't do it over the winter, so they're probably going full
I heard
speed now.
I heard they were like building some of it for like.
Can you?
maybe not through like
it freezes
December,
there,
January,
yeah.
but I heard they were like up to the last point they were still building.
Crazy.
We should go check out that park.
There's so many places I want to go to.
I know.
We should start our own GoFundMe so we can maybe people would pay us to go skate around. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know.
We'll record it. We'll go to your skate shop.
I'm always afraid of putting one of those out and have nobody put it in, and you're like, I got to take this down because nobody cares.
I guess, but like even if you make one of those and nobody puts any money in, like you never think about it. You only think about it if people put money in it, and then they will because we're gonna put it out there right now. And then next weekend, Joe's off. We're in Texas.
Oh man, if a GoFundMe could pay my bills while we could go skate, I'm all for it.
Fruit.
Just seems like such begging, but that's what the world has become these days.
Don't look at it as begging. Look at it as...
That's what I'm saying. I need a different perspective.
Yeah.
I need to look at it through millennial eyes.
Yeah, get some water in that cup.
You, like me, I mean, mine is usually full. Yours is empty.
Mine's getting there.
That's cool. It's coming in the form of Jack's. That's where your water's filling up from. Your dog.
Oh, I thought you meant like Jack Daniels.
No, your dog, Jax. He brings you joy. I see that.
That's true.
He does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He is pretty freaking cute. The only thing now is we got to put one of these like harnesses on him for walking.
Oh, so he doesn't like
so he
yank?
doesn't pull.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, you got to train him though. He's young still.
Oh yeah, so mold. All it takes now is if he comes on the bed at night, all we have to do is snap and he'll go to his bed.
Oh, that's cool. That's
so moldable right now. Cooper took over the house.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was just gonna go through some of these real quick because we're wrapping this up. But I got a lot of footage from last weekend, and I think I even have stuff I still haven't put out. But man,
we were skating for a while.
Yeah, I had like 3 hours of stuff to go through, which is always fun. But I like that one that you got of me just blowing air on the ramp. That's funny.
Yeah.
But
that's good.
The pizza grab, that was a good one. Right here, Hunter grabbing the slice, coming back.
You should have another one. Unless the camera was on the other side. Because he did it again when the next pizza came out.
He?
Yeah, I was eating pizza. He came up and took one.
I might have moved the camera by that point. That's funny. But did you see the one that I had posted where like, Aaron, you got that. This guy's doing a primo slide 180. So he 50s up a ledge, primo slides, and then like varials out. Or is that a varial? What is that final thing? Shove it. Primo slide, shove it. Do you see that?
No. There's no fucking way I can do that.
I mean, I see you doing primos now. I was just wondering if you could slide.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, that one I went primo.
Yeah.
Dude, I caught that in the air primo and went straight down to primo.
You're catching in primo now.
Jesus, fuck.
All you got to do is just harness it, and then you could do some tricks like that.
You know what's fucked up, too? I landed the one where the guy said, I told you.
Yeah.
And then the two after I primo. And I'm like...
Because you were so salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that kid. Honestly.
Oh, man. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, so, man, most of the stuff Did you see Clive Dixon?
Oh, yeah.
My
okay,
War.
Let's wrap it up with this one.
Because did you see they put out the full Beautiful Mutants?
I did.
Did you watch that?
Yes, I did.
Good
yes,
stuff.
I did.
And so they tied that in with the My War. So gnarly.
It made sense. When I saw My War was like a day before it or something, and then I woke up Friday or Saturday. Yeah,
this was a war. This was not a Jamie Foy just not getting it. You know what I mean?
Okay, Jamie Foy's again was like his war was traffic. His was like, I gotta get there and then do it.
It's a different world, but this one was like 3.5 hour drive each way, and you didn't even get. And it took the 4th trip to get it.
This was a war, and I love to find out that his biggest. Just go fast. He'll hit the rail. No problem. He'll hit the rail.
You just don't want to puncture the next tank.
He didn't want to fall through.
Dude, because you see those close-ups. That thing was so shaky. Have you ever stood on a tank like that? I mean, it's like...
Yeah. Do you remember when I skated that roof in Madison?
Yeah.
Or not in Madison, in the Dells?
Yes.
I told this story yesterday, and I said Madison yesterday, too.
The one by the donut shop where we went, or the
that like ice cream, whatever. That top part was sketchy. Like bubbly. Yeah. So to do this is incredible.
Because even if you punctured and didn't even fall all the way through, you're going to just scrape on metal and get punctured and impaled.
Or like if your wheel went through, like you're going to eat shit on the bottom.
Tosses you. Remember the very first, was it the first King of the Road? Who did that? It was Kevin Beckel. They were going ramp to ramp. You just punctured it and just launched. That's what it would have been like.
First day got fucked up. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And to fall on that, like who knows
Yeah.
what's gonna happen,
dude. So it was gnarly. And then it's not even like a clear runway. Had it under the rail. Had that big pipe. You had to go.
Which, by the way, I think I would be scared. He had to like go into that
Yeah.
like a narrow like bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was like probably his most relieving point, but I would be scared to like walk on that. Like this is like an abandoned tower. Like it's just out in the desert. They saw it.
And then it took him work. Like he got the board slide, no problem. But he was landing uphill.
Oh yeah, he was landing on it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though. He was so confident that
crazy.
he would get into. Wasn't it a 16 too?
Yeah. So crazy.
I
and
mean,
then
come
who was the guy up
on.
on the thing with them filming? I'm not sure who that guy was, but I mean that must have been just as scary to imagine. Like,
wasn't that who did like almost all?
that was
Beautiful
it.
Mutants.
Yeah, I forget his Adam Hill. Is that what it was?
Adam Mills.
Adam Mills. I think.
No.
But I think that maybe have been
might
that
be,
guy.
yeah.
But I mean, if somebody was shooting long lens, that could have been him too. And Burnett's there too,
Burnett,
taking
yeah.
that photo. Oh man, it's so crazy. And it was a bit of an homage to what's his name, Jeremy Reyes.
Yeah. Jeremy Reyes is really gnarly too.
It's so gnarly, dude.
Because like,
how do you even think?
honestly,
of
if that happened, and if there, because that was just one try, right? That had to have been like one go, or he got
no,
to
he
the,
jumped first to see if he could
right,
do
but
it.
it was one. He's like, okay, I made it over.
Yeah,
right, it wasn't like
no. I think you have to do that once. You don't get
like
a lot
if
of tries.
he like clipped or something. You know what I mean? Or like he didn't pop right.
Clive's board fell. I mean, if you fall,
but he
dude,
was
you're
already
just,
at the bottom because he knew if he went fast enough, the
you're
board
just dead, though. I'm just saying, if you fall,
absolutely,
dead.
or even worse, all bones
alive,
broken.
alive, yeah,
yeah.
Worse is alive.
Yeah, I say that every day. With that being said, let's wrap up this show.
For real. So yeah, man, way to go, Clive. That was gnarly.
So
there's so many other things I want to talk about. But
I know.
the two topic thing is hard because there's a lot. That whole Volcom Pink raw clips. Did you watch that?
I didn't see that one actually.
Dude, it's just like
this is what I love though. The two things is like
I know
we saw this.
Yeah, I know.
The pinks I didn't get to.
The 6-pack with Chris Russell.
Oh, that I loved.
So good. That's the best 6-pack
Usually
ever.
I hate 6-packs because I'm like, I don't care. But that was good.
Metallica with their Veriflex and tiny short shorts.
All right, let's wrap this up. I love short shorts.
All right. So excellent, dude. I love doing the show with you.
Hell yeah, dog.
Thanks, everybody out there, for listening. Thanks for getting in touch with us. Love that.
Yeah.
Find us at Skatosis Podcast on Instagram. Find us at Old Dude Skate Co. At Monty Twice, at Drew Domkis. We're on Facebook. We're at Skatosis. Dude, just search Google. Obviously, you can find me right away.
One quick story.
Uh-oh.
You know the guy who... I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. The guy, that firecracker they ate at Oshkosh?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those goes, he hit the stairs so hard that he shit his pants.
Oh, gosh.
All right, that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Old Dude Skate Co.